Hello and welcome to the Sweaty the Farmer and the Game Design, where we follow a skull of tuna through the dark places of the universe. And my friends, I think we are right at 42! Oh my god. This is episode number 90, The Elder Master. I'm the name game as the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the Farmer. Thanks for joining us on this episode. This week we guide the lost souls and water the sprouts in our lives.
Got to put that plants and take it care of them, my friend, right?
Usually plant the seeds, but yeah.
Alright. First plant the seed and then you water it and then you take care of it, alright?
It will be hard any other way.
Alright, and on today's deep dive, we are going to talk about mentoring new players and all the mentoring systems in some MMOs. So, but before we go to that place, our disclaimer, the discussion here is based on our opinions and our own in-game experiences. Everything you hear, everything that we say, that we opinion, that we discuss, everything is subject to doubts. Everything can be false. This can be just a simulation. We are being living in a matrix. So if you are opposed to that, if you agree, leave it in the comments if you are hearing us on YouTube. Otherwise, communicate with us any shape, way, and form. And now that we're discussing about that, don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, leave a like or a comment, or do anything social that your platform lets you. Is the best way that you can show us all the love in the universe and support the show, of course. So, with all of that out of the way, my friend, let's go straight into the deep dive. So why are we discussing today about mentoring players?
Why? Because of Reddit, as usual.
Here it comes Lucho with the Reddit train. All right, tell us about it.
So there is this. I came across on the 14 subreddit.
Yeah.
There was this long ass post of this guy. He was basically complaining about the portray that Sepla, which is one of the biggest 14 content creators,
Yes.
was making of the Noise Network, which is this a specific chat channel kind of thing.
All right.
That only mentors and sprouts or like or players with new player status
Yeah.
in game get access to.
All right.
So basically, this person was saying that Sepla was portraying it as like a very negative thing.
Yeah.
And this person, the author of the post, was saying, yeah, that's kind of unfair, because across like her YouTube comments and her tweet replies and many other places,
Yeah.
the experiences seem to be more positive than what she was actually portraying, I think, in one of her videos or her Twitter or something like that.
Yeah.
So this make me thinking about, it's what the Noise Network looks in 14 and equivalent in other games. Like WoW has its own new player mentor thingy that was introduced in Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Warframe had its own version of this with the guides.
The guides.
That was a program that was actually disbanded for many reasons.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about that, made me think about those things. So here we are.
Ooh, all right. So that's the reason why. So let's begin for what? What is a mentor program in MMOs, and why does they exist? So basically, a mentor program in MMO is like, the idea of the mentor program is that if you are an alone person who just discovered randomly the game and you want to get into it, but you don't have any friends that already play them or not, or you don't know anybody who can like kind of help you go through the game, you can reach to the mentor program to get some help, right? Directly from them, and there is some supposedly very experienced players in there that can give you a hand, guide you through the game, and even help you through some activities. That's the idea of the mentor program. Am I missing something, my friend?
I think that's one incarnation of it. I think more in general, it's just like a space in-game to bring together experience and new players. I think that's kind of the more general idea of what this is. And it's not like designed just for like if you come along to this MMO, like even if you come with friends, all of you may be new to a game, for example.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Or even if you're somehow, I feel like it could also fall into okay, just have some experience in the game, but you have some questions, and you just go to this place where like more experienced players than you could have the answers that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Without having to like go to Reddit or YouTube
or all the other like not personal kind of like sites for information.
And it just like it should be like an in-game space.
Correct.
So in a lot of MMOs take the form of like specific chat rooms or stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. So that's the idea of the mentor program. Kind of like help the new players get like closer to the bigger overall community and have those like very experienced players there helping all the new player bases and
it's also assigned to more of a safe space, especially in MMOs.
Yeah,
like if you have any experience with MMOs, and it can be very intimidating to just type something like in general chat or
and ask
chat
for
or
like
server
something.
Chat,
and
ask for something. And like some people
will make fun of you because you're a new player.
Will feel anxiety of just talking to strangers out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you don't know if you're gonna get flamed or something like that because it is the internet. People.
It is the internet. So,
not expecting being flamed on a general chat is like thinking that big corporations are not evil or something like that innocent. I'm just saying. Why,
Lucho? Why?
For no reason whatsoever. I'm just saying. The internet is an awful place. Big corporations are evil. That's just kind of like general knowledge. Common sense.
Why you make me laugh so?
Why are you laughing? I'm just speaking the truth. Nothing else. I'm just spitting truths out here.
All right. For those of you who don't know why I'm laughing, it's just because he's making fun of me about like the news that we covered this week about Epic being bad. So
if you want to know what we're talking about, you should check our news show.
Yeah, there you go. My God. All right. Anyways, so that's the idea of the mentor program. Like any mentor program, trying to ease you, help you, give you a safe space.
To be a noob.
Give you a safe space, be a noob. Maybe make some friends, experienced players and friends. Some of the mentors too, like recruit players there for the guilds and that sort of stuff, and kind of like connect you with the overall more experienced player base of the game. Yeah, to make you go through the game a nice experience. I was thinking about this, and I was like, why are mentor programs necessary in games? Because there is an amount of factors about MMOs, especially MMOs, that creates community, and those communities create certain like practices inside of the actual game, and that cannot be like the practices of things that the community create cannot be covered by the developer, because I was thinking like, is it necessary if you construct a very good new player experience, then in theory you should not need a mentor. But then I was thinking like, but wait, there's things that
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, because I was thinking there's things that are out of your control as a developer, that are like all the communities and practices that creates the player base on the overall game.
It's like anything where human interaction plays a central role.
Yeah.
Like MMOs are built around community.
Correct.
And whenever you have a community going on for a while, there is a lot of built-in like oral tradition and that kind of stuff. And no matter how good or bad your new player experience is, there is just no way that you can control how the community is going to evolve itself.
Yeah, correct. And the other part,
kind of what an MMO is just about social network.
And because I was thinking about like how necessary is a mentor program inside an MMO. That was my main question when I saw this topic. It's like, is it absolutely necessary? Because I was thinking like, all right, if you're a new player and you have doubts about it in this day and age, and I'm talking like present now, you can always go to Google or something, or the internet, and ask the question there, and you will find the answer. Are generally relatively easy about like the majority of big games. So
I don't like to be fair. I don't think a mentor program or equivalent like base is necessary. I don't think so. I think this is more a quality of life thing.
All right. So what do you say that is more of a quality of life?
Yeah, because as you said, like
life.
Like if you care, you can just find the answers on your own.
Yes.
There is YouTube, there is Reddit, there is Google. You'll find the answers now. Yeah. So it's not necessary. But having the option of just being in game and asking a question just right there.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out of your way. That makes it easier for people.
Yeah.
And even for people who use it to find a community to fit in this big MMO world, you can still find communities outside of the game. Like you will find places where people build communities outside the game, and you can find it. You can go to your favorite content creator, they will probably have their own community, and you can start there and then find your way. So you can do it. Just having that option in game makes it that much easier for the player.
Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's more a quality of life thing
than anything else. Yeah, because I was thinking about that. But then I remember that a couple of times, like playing World of Warcraft, the fact that I have like a community where I can ask weird questions or questions that I think that maybe are not like that important, or like any question in game have given me some insight into the game. So I was thinking that sometimes that like space or interaction is necessary to discover certain parts of the game.
What you're saying is that it has some added value on top of what you're describing. And I do agree with that. It has its own added value that nothing else brings to a game.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. Is it necessary? Not really.
Yeah.
Because you can for the important questions that you'll probably have out the game.
Yeah.
You'll probably find like 90% of the answers. Out there.
Correct. Yeah. In tips, in videos, in writing form, in in a lot of ways. Yeah.
So that's what I stick to, the fact that I don't think it's necessary, but it has its own value and it provides a service that can be very important for the community building aspect of.
I think as I've been thinking about like this theme here is at the end of the day, what it is kind of a safe space for new players to do whatever, to communicate, to ask questions, to whatever. And I think that's the core of what a mentor program should be, right? Should be a safe space where you as a new player can ask any questions, search for stuff, search for information, or just say hello or whatever, right?
Yep. It's that I agree with.
Yeah, I think at its core, that is what a mentor is. So
should be, at least.
Should be, yeah. I think, in my opinion, that's what it should be. So, what mentoring tools are in MMOs? I've seen like what's it? Exclusive channels of communication. I've seen special reward programs for mentors and mentorees. I've seen what is the other? I forgot. Special badges and that sort of stuff, like for branding the things. But overall, you always have like a special chat channel and kind of like a special group possibilities and a program accompanied inside the game about that, like extra rewards for extra speed to encourage being a mentor and encourage people to be mentorees. And that's the overall majority of tools that I've seen that I remember so far. Right?
I have never seen anything different than that. So yeah, it's just mainly like chat channels or chat rooms or
and
stuff of that.
No. There's sometimes they do programs of activities where they take if there is an activity that is multiplayer inside of MMO that you can do with all different types of level players. You have sometimes programs that force low level players with high level players in some activities. I've seen that in a lot of MMOs. Like for example, if you're queuing into a dungeon or some sort of like multiplayer small activity, you sometimes get paired with high level players, especially in important roles as tank or healers. And that is kind of the program of mentoring by the side. That's a tool that the game uses.
Which are you thinking about something specific?
I've seen it in 14 for the roulette.
Sure.
Yeah, and I've seen it on Elder Scrolls Oblivion for the Elder Scrolls Online, for when you are going into instantiated dungeons. And if you're like low level, generally the tanks of the healers are like max level. In general, like I'm talking about 80% of the time.
I mean, I can tell you in 14 in WoW that happens in both of those games.
Yeah.
In WoW it happens because usually tanks and healers get that when you queue for random stuff, you can get extra rewards. Correct. That's why that happens in WoW, and in 14 it happens also because of that. Like if you have a lot of you'll usually have a lot of DPS queues for roulette.
Correct.
So the game will give extra rewards for tanks or healers or whatever role is needed at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not itself because of the mentoring program, it's because how queues are designed to minimize waiting time.
Yeah, but technically you can like queue as a tank or a healer in those activities, and you will get veteran players.
Yeah. But yes. But you're doing it like for the rewards. not to really mentor people.
Yeah, but what I mean is like that is a form of tool to encourage that kind of behaviors.
I disagree.
Like giving you rewards for making these activities with other low level players.
It depends how it works. Because I can tell you, like in WoW, I can just queue as a tank.
Yeah.
Like for a heroic dungeon.
Yeah.
I can just go out, pull the whole thing, and kill it by myself.
All right.
And not like in the process, I won't be teaching anyone anything.
All
and
right.
I just want to finish as fast as possible.
I see.
That also happens in 14.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
So I know where you're trying to go with this.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's not what VC is designed for.
Yeah.
And this happens in 14 as well. Like I've been queued with like tanks that are clearly over gear and over experienced for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They just blaze through, like just pull everything, one big pull, nuke everything.
And they don't care.
Be done in 5 minutes and we're out of here.
I see.
And it's not that they're being mean or anything. Like, no, most people say like, oh, hi, and they will chat a couple of things, even in WoW or 14 or anything.
Yeah.
But they just want to do their 10 minutes of
go fast,
reward.
Go. Yeah.
You don't have to be a dick about it. Like, no, like, you can just quietly do it and...
but what I mean is like that kind of rewards program and that sort of stuff is kind of a tool for the mentoring programs. Right?
It could be. It could be used in that for that purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think it's usually done that way.
Fair enough. All right. And of course, outside of the actual games, we have like expanding communities about new players that have mentor and mentorees inside them, like Reddit posts and forums. Generally, like the game developers set up forums for new players and mentor players in their websites to help with these tools outside of the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, for sure.
So yeah. So to summarize, what are the most common mentoring tools? Exclusive chats inside the game, badges, which that mark you as a mentoree and as a mentor, and like exclusive grouping or like exclusive rewards for if you are included in some of the if you are part of that mentor program, with like a minimum requirements, things like by week you have to go and take new players to do a dungeon and X amount of activities and that sort of stuff, right? Those are the most common tools that are giving you that the mentor programs gives you, right?
Correct.
My question is it too little? Is it too much? Do you think like you need a lot, like another type of tool to make this program better, or what do you think? Do you want like constant voice chat or something like that? What other tool can you give to the mentor program?
That's a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the developers can do much more.
Yeah, all right.
And provide a safe space for people to interact. Because at the heart of things, this is just providing the players a space for players to interact.
Yeah, correct.
This has nothing to do with the developers telling you how to play the game.
That is true.
Best things, like, and then this has many problems and many advantages.
Yes.
But it relies on human interaction. So it's not
not much that we can do. Like that you can help.
It's not much more than you can do aside from moderating the thing.
Yes.
Which is a topic that we'll talk a little bit on later.
Yes. Beyond actually making it work.
But more than that, it's just
you can give. I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know. You can give like some actual in-game spaces for mentorees and new players. Like, I don't know, a zone or a house or like.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah.
And probably, for example, if you're an experienced player.
All right. Yeah.
And you take the role of mentor.
Correct.
You're probably gonna do it like in your downtime.
Correct.
Your queue for something else, or waiting for your team to do something else.
Correct. Or waiting like for an activity or something like that.
Or open world questing, or doing some of the side content that doesn't require much engagement. Correct. So you're very unlikely to just go to a specific in-game spot just to see in-game models, you know?
All right.
Like a lot of MMOs have fishing. You'll probably be fishing because you need mats and yeah, sure, I'll do this.
All right.
I'll answer this.
Okay, maybe no,
you know
maybe
what I mean?
like yeah, but you can have like a nice space for new players.
You could for sure. I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just saying
not necessarily that they have to be there. Like you just have like you know what I mean. Like
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And it's a neat idea.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth the developers' time to go that far. You know, like you have to make.
I don't know. It's like it's the idea of like accompanying a safe space to chat with a safe space to be in game, right?
To hang around, sure.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. That is it.
Yeah. It's neat from the role playing perspective.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
But you could argue that's what main cities or main hubs are for.
Yeah. You can say that, but I don't know. That's the only thing that I thought about it. Extra tools for this kind of thing. All right.
It comes from a good place in your heart.
Yeah. Do mentoring tools work for new players? Is the question now.
I cannot answer in general.
Yeah.
I can only speak of my experience.
Correct. Yeah. That was what I was looking for. All right.
And
what
from
do you
my
think?
Experience, they don't.
By your experience, they don't. They're absolutely. Say like
they don't.
Never in life a mentor program help you as a new player.
No, but they don't work for me.
All right. Why?
That's
because you're you.
Because of the way that I play game.
Correct. Yes.
It's just because I like discovering many things on my own.
Yes.
So I'm very unlikely to ask questions or to seek out help from people.
Yeah.
And when I do need help, like when I want someone to help me with something specific, it is probably at the point where I'm looking for like an actual expert, and it's something that it's very unlikely to get a satisfactory answer on a new player chat.
All right.
Let me give you an example.
All right, go ahead.
Well, throughout my WoW experience,
correct. Yeah.
I could figure out everything, like when I was learning to tank.
Yep. Yeah.
I could figure out everything up to a point where I can do class 15 keys completely on my own.
Yeah, just watching guys and reading stuff.
Just watching guys, reading stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm now at the point where I have some questions. But the questions that I have now are like probably for someone who plays the same spec and class that I'm playing, just at a higher level.
All right, yeah, super specific.
Not me.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like I'm not a super high player, high level player. Like I'm just an average player. But I just play the game at a level where like a new player chat is not designed for.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Because it's the question of, okay, I'm trying to pull this pack in this dungeon. I'm getting slapped super hard. Should I change my talents? Should I choose this instead of this for this specific problem? I may find someone who could give me an answer, but probably in a new player chat, the answer they'll get is, just follow this guide, which is like, sure, but
not what were you looking for. All right.
Yes. So that's usually my experience in most MMOs. I'll do my own thing until I have questions that require a little bit more finesse.
Yes. I will say something the same. I never use mentor programs because I do kind of similar to Lucho. Like I go do my own research and go and start playing the game with the side of guides and stuff. And like if I'm stuck in some point, I go first and look for the answers in the internet and guides and that sort of stuff. So I really use mentor programs. But what about what the internet says? Does new player and mentor programs work for new players?
It's very mixed. So WoW has a similar program.
Yeah.
It seems to be a meme now, or not very used.
All right.
For teen, what I have heard is that it's a very hit or miss experience.
All right.
That it depends a lot on the server or on the world that you are at. You could get good. It also depends a lot of the time. Like you.
Okay.
So at big times, like there's just a lot of memeing going around in chat.
Jesus. All right. Yeah.
So it's very hit or miss. As far then those are the only examples that I'm aware
that you have seen
or that I have had some sort of.
Yeah, I have this similar experience that games that have it had like very mixed. Like I went and I got help and everything was dandy and phenomenal, and then I make these friends, and the other side was like, I went into it and you just got bullied or whatever else, or like didn't get the information that I needed. So yeah, very mixed reception in this to know if this program actually helps or not new players.
It's very hit or miss.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very hard to regulate how people behave.
Yeah, I think that's the answer to that. All right, and what is the benefit of being a mentor? You ever feel attracted to being a mentor, encouraged to being a mentor in the games?
Me, no.
Yeah.
But that's because I don't think I can offer much.
All right.
Like I'm not that good of a player to really offer
like mentor help, or you never feel good of a player and never feel like the program was rewarding enough to actually try to do mentor program?
If you're doing it for the reward, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
There we go. Okay, yes.
And that's for example, that was kind of the downfall of the Warframes.
The Warframe reward mentor program.
Yeah, mentor program. It had another name.
Doesn't matter.
Guides of the Lotus was the.
Guides of the Lotus. Yeah, there you go.
What was the name of that program? And that was the downfall of that. It's basically. It didn't offer many rewards.
Yeah.
But it offers sigil, and that's something that is very rare in Warframe. A sigil. It's just like a little stamp thing that appears on your profile page.
Yeah.
And only there. And there are only a few sigils. Like for founders and for Grandmaster founders, there are some.
Correct.
And then there was the Guide of the Lotus.
Yes.
So it was this super rare thing to obtain, to collect.
Yeah.
So some people would get or would try to get into a Guides of the Lotus thing just because of that, and that's the wrong incentive to do it.
Yeah.
And then there were a lot of controversy that happened around people involved in the program and the moderation or lack thereof effective moderation inside that program that
humans being humans.
made the I know but it drove the to close that program at that point. So if you're thinking about becoming a mentor for the reward, probably shouldn't do.
All right. What is the true benefit of being a mentor? What is necessary to take a veteran player and make him a mentor and to engage with?
Okay, those are different.
All right.
Ask one at a time.
All right. What is life and the meaning of it? All right. What is necessary in terms? All right. What makes a veteran player? What encourages a veteran player to become a mentor? There we go.
It should be ideally. It should be the drive to help new players get
into it. It should be the drive to help new players. All right.
So if you are sitting down thinking, I wish more people. I want to show people why I do enjoy this game at the level that I do.
Yeah.
If that's the kind of thing that's driving you, sure.
Cool.
Go for it. Because you're probably very motivated to not to push people, but if you have that kind of passion for the thing, that's gonna show through.
Yeah.
And that's gonna make you very effective at mentoring people. Because you wanna share something that you like.
There you go.
If you're doing it for pretty much any other reason,
no,
that's what it takes. Is that is then every veteran or seasoned player cut for that? No, because not everyone feels that. Just some very good players, amazing players, will just care about playing the game.
Yeah, of course.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's like they're you have some difficult questions there about how do I take those players and encourage them to do the thing if they already have the idea of it would be cool to mentor players and give them the space.
How do you capture? It's basically you're asking how do I capture or how do I bring the right people into this program?
Yeah, exactly. How do I capture that from my veteran players or whatever?
That's very hard.
It is very hard.
Yeah, because you cannot. First of all, this is something that is just you are giving up your free time for that or your game time for that. For
correct. Yeah, correct.
So
of course, as a developer, the first thing that I think is the easiest thing is I just give him cool rewards or good rewards or I don't know, recognition of some sort. But again, we come back to the problem of maybe that's not the right incentive. But that's the first time. That's the first thing as a developer that comes to mind.
It's not that it's not the right incentive. It's that it attracts more people for the wrong reasons than people for the right reasons.
Okay.
You will probably get the good ones.
Yeah.
But you will probably get more of the people who just want the rewards and don't give a shit about
the program. Yeah.
Actually mentoring people.
Oh my god.
That's a problem.
Yeah. So you basically you can.
So what I was
it becomes a problem of policing it. If you want to encourage the actual good mentors.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I was going. This is something that people will you're asking people to give up some of their free time for this.
Yeah.
So you cannot put that many barriers of entry. but you're like, if you want to get the people who are actually good at it,
Yeah.
and who actually want to do it, you want to have good filtering process.
Correct. Yes.
But this is something that people are doing kind of for free.
Yes. So you cannot be that.
So you cannot be that restricted.
Yeah.
And then you are like cornered in a caption.
Oh my God.
There is no
Jesus.
answer to that problem.
Yeah. It's just a very hard human problem. As a developer, it's just like human are
So
too
you can-
squishy. Yeah.
So you can, and at that point, probably the best solution is what most games do,
Yeah.
which is just give broad access. It's like in a very general sense,
Yeah.
and all you can do is moderate as best as you can.
Jesus. All right.
So you just have like GMs or like game masters or like part of your community team dedicated to moderate that program, like actual moderation.
Yeah, of course.
And then you design the tools for like new players to give feedback or report bad behavior or moderate people.
Fair enough.
You just have to assign a robust moderating system around.
All right, let's all right. Why does these programs end up becoming memes or like jokes or like
Because of that. Because people like to meme.
because people like to meme? Why the bad reputation about mentoring programs or like the meme reputation about mentoring programs?
Because of that. Because for them to, I believe that it's because
Yeah.
if you want to capture the right type of mentor,
Yeah.
you'll have to you end up letting in a lot of people who just want to be somewhere and meme around and just talk shit in
Yeah.
chat room.
Yeah. So internet is gonna internet.
Internet is gonna internet. There's not much that you can do about it than just moderate that space.
Yeah, fair enough. So that's
just
why.
based on pure numbers, you're gonna have a lot of people memeing in these places.
Yeah,
and being
just
helpful
because
or
just because these programs have to have a broad accessibility, they end up like with random people who just wanted there and to like have their 5 seconds of fame in the internet and like
Exactly.
do a meme, and that's why those programs are like that. It's just because of the nature that they need to be invited to make the program work, right?
Yes.
All right. Can developers create such environments? They can try. I mean, they certainly do so. Like I've seen a lot of variation of how to create such an environmental program. I've seen from like valor points to like karma systems to actual direct moderation to very strict rules of conduct to having like the actual development team have a dedicated team to just moderate inside channels. I've seen everything to try to moderate this.
That's
this kind of things.
probably the best approach is a mix of all those things. Like you
Right.
should have a rating system for sure
Right.
for like mentors.
Yeah, because one of
Like,
the there was one like a problem with the rating system, which the mentor was just like, if I have a lot of followers in the internet, then I just can
cannot be-
fake my mentoring status. That was one of the
Correct.
contradictions of the thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it cannot be the end all be all,
yeah,
and it cannot be something that you can just show off. It should be like it has this rating system that is kind of internal to itself.
yeah.
You know, it's not like, oh, this is a 5-star mentor and everyone can see that.
No.
This is information that is not for because this is not about choosing a restaurant, you know?
Correct. It's not
This
about
kind of-
choosing. I'm gonna eat in this mentor
No,
today
this kind
because
of
we
like-
have good reviews.
It should exist,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be visible because it's something that it's something that only the people moderating the space see.
Should be able to yeah.
So,
Like
so they can address problems when they arise.
yeah, it's a funny thing because there's some programs that had referrals, mentor referrals, when you can like, oh yeah, you can recommend this mentor, and they have kind of these karma systems visible, but I think you're right. I think the best way to manage them are make those karma systems invisible. So
I think the problem is that when they become visual, they generate the same type of perversive incentives to just, I just want to boost my numbers because that's prestigious. That's all.
Yeah, because of prestige. Yeah.
So if it is visual, it encourages that behavior.
Yeah, correct.
Or just like it can generate a lot of those things. But it should exist. It just should be internal, so that you must have people moderating these spaces. Like if not like actively moderating chats.
Yeah.
Like just moderating the whole program. Like watching what people are saying, and like if you have reviews, watching what the reviews or feedback says. If a person is getting too much.
Yeah. It's difficult because me as a developer, what is like at the end of the day, what is the point of spending all this money and resources in a program that needs so much policing and so much investment to actually make it work? Where you can just you can just do the Destiny and says like, just go search outside the game.
Do you think that's a good solution?
No, it's not a good solution, but it's clearly the cheapest solution.
Yeah, but this is not okay. Then you're just telling me that you do what the evil corporation would do. Just
oh my God, are we coming back to the evil corporation? Yeah, you're right. You're right in your point. Yes.
That's exactly what you're telling me.
Yes. Because, funnily enough, this kind of programs is kind of a thing of human touch. Right? You're trying to construct humans communicated with humans and all that involves.
It's probably one of those things that if you want to find the reason to explain why you're investing money in that, is because it generates good PR and good karma amongst the community.
And it keeps your community healthy in some ways.
More than healthy is one of those things that we're doing this because this makes us look good.
Yeah, correct.
Like if you want to put it on the cross, like in the, like if you want to sell this idea,
if you want to explain it to investors,
why do we put money into this? Because this builds good karma with the community, and we'll eventually need it.
Yeah, correct.
When we fucked up things, we'll need this good karma.
Yeah. So, man,
that's why they would do it. Like that shouldn't be the reason why. That's one way of explaining it. Yeah. The reason why it should be done, it's because at the end of the day, if you want to have a healthy MMO, especially an MMO, you need a somewhat healthy community of people around the game.
Correct. Absolutely.
And the only way to build that is to try to keep as many players, like new coming players, as possible.
Correct. Absolutely.
And these kind of programs, no matter how atrocious your new player experience is, no matter how atrocious your endgame content is, if you have a strong community around the game, people are gonna stick up. Correct. Because people stick to MMOs because of the community built around it, not because of the game.
Yeah, and how healthy the community is, and how welcome it is, and etc. All those factors. Yes.
In an MMO, the community is more important than the game.
Yeah, that's the secret sauce of MMOs, my friend.
For all the successful ones, that's
for the successful ones. Yeah. And you can see an easy example. 14 is a great game, but it's not a perfect game. And the reason why it's so healthy is because they have invested a lot of resources into keeping their community healthy.
Into moderating
moderate the community inside the game.
Really moderated.
Yeah, absolutely. So that means that through thick and thin, 14 has been a healthy game overall. Right?
Yeah.
So funnily enough, this is one of the things that actually matters when you think about it, even if it is intangible as a developer to like measure or try to decode what you have to do or not with that kind of stuff. All right. Is there any type of regulation required for mentoring tools? You're asking here. So what do you mean by that?
Can you just put people in a chat room and let it rip? No.
All right.
It will devolve into memory.
So you say like that access to the tool should have like an entry point of moderation of some shape, way, or form.
Yeah.
Like
at least from the mentor side of the problem.
Yeah, like having like good karma, having good record with other players, having enough time of being playing the game, so you don't like just come in, and for the new players having a little time to have been playing the game, and that side of moderation for so what will be like the minimum standard that you will put here, like an application form. So they can check your history in game. That's what a lot of games does for mentors, right?
What a lot of games do is they just put requirements tied to like achievements or things like that.
All right. Okay.
That will like thin down the amount of players that could actually apply.
Yeah.
That somehow reflect that you have done the content that matters, or that you have to spend the time into clear the content that matters.
Correct. Yeah, that's an easy filter. Yeah.
More for the content itself, it's kind of a measure of how you put up the time into a game.
Yeah, which makes sense for mentors. Yeah.
Which makes sense because you still want experienced people.
Correct.
So that's kind of the bare minimum of like entry point.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like in most MMOs you can report players for stuff.
Yeah.
So that probably should be taken into consideration.
Yeah, your track record of reporting and that sort of stuff.
Something that we cannot see as players. That's something internal to.
Yeah, correct.
To a game, so that's probably something that should play a role into that.
Yep. Should you have like there is some games that have like an application form and time.
That
sort of stuff.
I mean that's a thing. Like it's funny because it's one of those things that it makes sense because it discourages people from just applying to a program and miming for the sake of miming.
Yeah.
But if you're the type of person who actually wants to meme that bad, you'll do whatever it takes.
Oh my god. All right, yes, you're right.
No, like if you really wanna troll people, you'll fill whatever survey they put in your way. And those people exist. Like this is not something.
Yeah, this is not hypothetical. Yes, it happens. Yes. This is not hypothetical. Yeah, you're right.
It's not even rare. Like
correct.
So it's one of those things that sure, put it there. You'll still have to go filter by hand.
Correct. Yeah. So. I don't know. Well, we have that for the side of the mentor, like an application check of records, check of karma or system or number of reports or number whatever. You have whatever tool you have to track the behavior of your player. Check the status of account because, like, that's another easy point. Like, this account has been suspended or something like that, or if he's too new, if he's weird, or he has weird behavior inside the players, that's the other two. And what about new players? You just all pull them on into the mentor system automatically?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Automatically pull them into the mentor system, like 14 does it, right? You just, as soon as you begin your sprout and you're inside, technically a form of mentor program.
Yeah, you're part of the system. Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Any other regulation for it that you think?
I mean, automatic? No. Like, You just need people.
You just need actual GMs to be vigilant and policing the tools.
You just need people regulating and moderating the whole program itself.
Yeah. So do you think that being reported inside of these programs should weight more heavily into the player, so to stop the memeing inside the actual space?
What do you mean?
Like, for example, if I say a bad thing or if I insult another player inside the actual mentor program, should be worse than doing it like in the normal game.
I mean, worse in the sense that okay, well, so you're saying is that it should be, the moderation should be more strict.
Correct.
I don't think so, because there should still be some space for like just memeing around so that it feels welcoming, you know? Like if,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
If everything on the chat is too serious, then it feels kind of alien.
Yeah. I get it.
And the chat feels very welcoming, like just people joking around. There's the usual amount of banter. That's fine.
All right, fair enough.
It needs to feel alive. It
needs to feel natural, like welcoming.
Yeah, they're trying to sell this idea or illusion of, yeah, this is just a group of friends, like.
I get it. So it can be like super hard, like everything is serious, and if you're not mentoring a player, then you should.
That will feel fake.
Man, so hard. Humans are so difficult.
Yes, of course it is, but it's like should their memes be allowed? Yes. 100% of the time, no. Like but you could still have people just joking around.
So it's fine. In that same topic, should GMs or the people who moderate these channels have like a lot of tools at their availability to check all the records and that sort of stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they should be like superpower to like check records, check behavior, check
they are GMs.
That they need. Yeah, the GMs should be empowered with a lot of easy to use tools to keep a good policing in these kind of channels, right? And that's important for developers, because you should construct the system with that in mind, that you have to have easy access and comprehensible access to complicated amounts of data, as like chat records and like run records and account records and that sort of stuff.
Yep,
right?
Absolutely.
Of course, be careful with the data that you reveal to GMs because of security reasons, but still, you should build good tools for that.
Yeah.
Right? All right. What be your ideal tool for experienced players to mentor new ones?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I was looking at this question yesterday and it was like it's like
I think
like you go and pick them up and like you, but I don't know. It's like if you like the dude.
I think my ideal scenario is kind of what exists now in big MMOs.
Yeah.
They just needs better moderation.
So you think that the way they construct the idea is good, but they don't moderate it enough? You think that's the problem?
It's just this hard, like, it becomes a snowball. If it becomes just memes all the time,
yeah,
that's all what people will see, and it will devolve into that. If it is a well-moderated space, and it's useful but still fun and engaging, it will keep becoming that. Like, so there is no, like if it tilts too much to either side, it will just completely be gone.
So you said that it's not a thing about having a proper tools. You think that the tools that you have right now in games are sufficient enough or okay enough to pick mentors and mentorees? But you think that it fails? Do you think that it fails in the moderation side?
Yeah, just that, like any type of community, finding good good moderators is hard. People willing to put up the time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Should we pay all the moderators?
I wouldn't be. I don't know if all, but but it's especially big companies, games should have like a
paying team of moderators and GMs. I agree with that. Like it's
not all of them.
I know, but I don't know. I think
Blizzard paid. Yeah, sure, they can.
Like it depends on how. Like if I don't know, it becomes a problem of like money and personnel because of there is been through the times I've seen a mix of it. Like GMs that been paid that actually are part of the community manager team, and I've seen like GMs or moderators that come from the player base and they become so renowned that they become moderators and they've been chosen by the officially GM thing. But wasn't there like a scandal inside the Warframe community because something similar to that?
No moderator at any level in the Warframe community has been paid. The Warframe team is very small.
Correct, yeah.
So all their moderators are just volunteers, except for like the couple of like actual community members that they have in charge, like head of the program.
Head of the programs, yes.
Which if you are one of those, you're in charge of so much many more things that you're actually not moderating.
Correct. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So the problems that happened were not really related to that. It was kind of a lack of overall action from it. What happened with DE was that, or what a lot of people suspect, and this we don't know.
Yeah.
Because, but
yeah.
But what a lot of people suspect is that there were these moderators, guides of the Lotus people that became kind of close to the
community managers.
Some of the community managers.
Yeah.
To a point that people in the community felt that they were untouchable.
All right. Yeah.
That was the problem. So that created a lot of discomfort and like friction between the community and the.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Which fair enough. Like if you cannot trust that the people moderating are impartial.
They're still humans. Yeah. So imagine if you have like infinite money as a developer. Will you like hire a team of psychologists and behavioralists and community manager experts and pay them to moderate the best mentor program ever?
Sure. It doesn't have to go to that extreme, but sure. It's just if you're at some point, if your work or your livelihood depends on the success of a program like this, like if your sole purpose has been like a GM for one of these things, that's your job.
Yeah,
you're gonna try to do a good job, otherwise you will get fired.
Exactly. Yeah. So
you don't want to lose your job.
So a big yes for like actual paid moderators, Sure,
like I do acknowledge that you cannot pay all of them, but
correct. Yeah.
You could have like a core team of actual.
So you say that
employees.
Yeah. So you say that like ideally will be a mix between like paid moderators and volunteers in levels or something like that, because you feel that you actually need too much people to moderate these kind of spaces that the actual developers are willing to spend on.
Yeah, which is fair. Like you need more muscle. Like you need a lot of human muscle to a job.
Yeah.
But you still need someone to keep accountable for when shit goes down.
Yeah.
like a complete volunteer, no matter how good the intentions are.
Yeah.
is never going to be held accountable like an employee, like a paid employee.
Correct. Like a paying person.
So you need to find
sign a contract.
Yeah. You need to find the balance between, yes, we need enough people, and yes, we need accountability.
So you'd be like half and half, like having sign up moderators and then they having volunteers.
Probably for each game there is a right balance. Half and half, I don't know, but like it depends how the programs are. It depends how you structure the programs internally.
Man.
Like also, you could design these mentor programs. You could moderate with like different tiers of moderation.
So have like levels of moderation, like super GM, level mine GM, small GM, etc., right? And like make sure that at some tier they're paid, and then from the tier below they're volunteers and things like that, right? That's what you're trying to do. Yeah.
That's one option. Just it's all of this making it more complicated. But I believe that if your game is big enough, it's worth it.
Yeah, of course. I absolutely agree with that. Like, if you have such a big community, you will invest as much money as big as your community is to like try to keep it good and healthy. Right? Interesting topic, my friend. Interesting topic. It has like a lot of ramifications inside the game.
Interesting topics.
What?
Not like I always bring interesting topics, not like epic being evil and bad.
Not gonna let it go.
You brought this on yourself.
My God. All right, I brought this on myself, I guess. I'm being too naive, I guess, for the internet, apparently. I'm sorry, Lucho. So yeah. I think what can we conclude about all this? Like, in the state that the majority of mentor programs are right now, you think they need to like just put more money / human muscle behind it to make it work? Like, and then that means that policing them a little bit more. What? Human capital. Yeah. to like properly police them and make them work, because as we did go through all this, I found that the majority of tools that the games now use are like good and they're fair enough.
I think we have the technology to do it, and the tools are there.
Correct.
It's just, if you really think about it, even though MMOs are not a new thing, this kind of movement to creating these problems is fairly new. Like it's something that has come to light in like recent 5 years or so.
Why? You saying because of the popularity, the new popularity, or more people playing games or something like that?
One, because of that. Two, because I don't think this was something that 15 years ago anyone thought was going to be necessary.
No, because we have like back in the day we have the smaller communities, easier to, so it's a thing of size. It's a problem of like size.
It's not only a problem of size, it's
a problem of size and the state of the internet now.
Years ago we didn't know what the internet was or how it was going to be.
All right, yeah, there we go.
Now we know that the internet is just a cesspool of toxicity.
Yes.
So now the last couple of years is where we find ourselves in the position where we need solutions for this.
Correct. Yeah.
And this is just around the time where like we're starting to see the rise of these kind of things as a necessity, like it's something that is needed. So
yeah,
all I'm saying is that it just feels like probably we're just discovering what the standard or what the good practices look like in this space.
All right.
So I feel like it's moving in the right direction. We have the right tools to do it. It's just trying to figure out the balance between moderating too much and moderating too little.
All right. So you're saying that right now we're kind of a learning phase to see where this program will actually like.
I feel that way.
All right, interesting. So I don't know, like
this is one of those. This is a problem of the internet era.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to. It's like this for new game developers and that sort of stuff. This is something that you didn't think before. Like you didn't think about it before, because your communities were small and niche and easy to manage. But now you have millions and millions of players, and the interconnectivity and information go to everywhere. And now you have to be worried about the communities, because now everything is about communities and the hype and things behind the games. And man, and now you have like social media managers and that sort of stuff. That's something that even I struggle with. Like, I don't understand all the social media stuff. I feel like an old man, even if I'm just technically still young.
No.
What?
You are old.
Technically, the doctor said that I'm still very young. So.
You're old.
But like in the internet times, you never think about this before when you're making a game. But now it's a real concern, to the point that, like, since I think by now, since 10 years ago, all the new games developers, they always have like a community manager team and social media managers. And
very recent.
Yeah.
And we're even now seeing an evolution of that. Like 8-10 years ago, you only needed like moderators on forums, for example. Now we have an actual Discord channels, for example.
Yeah, you need an actual team to moderate everything and to control all the things.
Game developers are taking the approach. It's becoming very popular to have like an actual face, like for the game, that takes up to streaming platforms and like more vocal and like upfront forms of communication that requires a lot of moderation. It's like all these new interactions are very new. Like it's
very new. I was thinking about like if game design is a new, a very young career, or a very young kind of like academic study, community manager is now the newest of the newest, and like social media manager and that sort of stuff, like PR manager, and there's a bunch of new like titles that you need, like professional people and behavioralists, and with certain tools at their disposal to manage all these new interactions. Like we see, and you're right, it's been a thing that gradually has been growing and growing. We have seen it with the Division 2. Remember, they actually have like a proper team for community manager and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Very interesting. Very, very human side of developer has been growing. Like the very interaction with your players side of the development has been growing more and more with it through the years, right?
It has.
And so it has the effect that these kind of programs have become a little bit more important to manage than before, right?
It has.
So yeah. So what is your conclusion about mentoring programs?
That there's something fairly new. I feel like they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
But there are still a lot of kinks to iron out, and we're all in the process of, both as gamers and as developers, to like find out where the balance lies for.
Correct.
For
yeah, we're still like very. The field of video game developer is a very new and changed field, the same as the software developer side, and this is part of it. Like I agree that we are on the right direction, because we've been having like these very good, useful tools about it, but we are trying to find our footing of where the human balance is, which is difficult because times changes.
We're having this. Like I don't mean on the ads, but like in general.
I feel
like this conversation that many developers are having and many questions that they are asking themselves about.
Yeah. So please, if you're working in a new game and you looking forward to having like a community, which a lot of games, even if they are not MMOs, have now, have all these spaces. Be very aware of about this problem, that you need an actual like moderator team and an actual like media manager team, and then you have to be put out there in some way, shape, or form, and have this communication with the people who actually play your games. And we have seen time and time again, with a lot of examples, that it works. It works to keeping your game healthy, right? We can see it with 14, we can see it with Warframe. And please do look at what have they done about it and what experiences they have done with the community and all those sort of stuff. So you don't make the same mistakes as I do, because right, we have lessons there. All right, and that is it for the mentors program topic. So we move to our audience questions and feedback. Remember that you can contact us in any way, shape, or form that you want, through emails, through our social media accounts, every link in the description below if you're watching us or hearing us on YouTube. Otherwise, you have our emails in the description of the show and our social media accounts that we repeat at the beginning and at the end, always. So if you want to write us anything, even to say hello, please free to do so. What is the first question of this week? And it's a big one.
It's a chunky one.
It's a chunky one. So let's see it. Let's see it. An idea to try to define freemium is saying that in these games you can only win if you pay the premium service. Then it automatically excludes games like the ones developed by Riot, in which you can win if you're skilled enough in the base champions. So, under this definition, a question for you: is Destiny 2 PvP a freemium service?
Under that umbrella, probably not.
Yeah, I think his overall question is like, he's asking if you cannot really win in the PvP environment of like this kind of MMOs, or because of not having certain pieces of the content, or not having access to certain weapons because you didn't pay, does that is considered as freemium?
Like, what would we consider winning on Destiny 2 PvP? Like playing competitive and ranking up?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can do it. You can do it even out of meta loadouts, for example.
Yeah.
Will it be harder? Yes.
Yeah.
But if you have a group of people who are willing to play around your off meta stuff,
yeah,
sure, yes, you can do it.
All right. So the question is, the answer is no.
Under like if we accept that is what people think of freemium,
yeah,
yes, no,
then no. Yeah. I think the same. It's like you can win this kind of PvP by skill alone in the majority of cases if you're coordinated enough, you're skilled enough, right?
Yeah, like it is this thing of if the current meta thing is something that you don't have access to,
yeah,
that just means that you need to find creative solutions to the problems that you have.
Correct.
Because that's all what meta is. Meta is just, you don't want to think for yourself.
Yeah.
You just copy something.
Yeah, correct.
And then you just press the things. That's what meta means.
Correct. So
if you're playing off meta for whatever reason there is, because you don't have access to those weapons, you don't have access to a piece of content.
Correct.
Destiny 2, I think you can play PvP of meta and still be successful.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And I was gonna say something about it. Like technically in Destiny 2, if you have enough time, you can like grind for good weapons, even with the free-to-play space that the games gives you, to the point that you can be very successful in PvP without having access to the other parts of the content. Because as far as I've seen in the PvP behavior of Destiny 2, there is no one exotic that dominates everything, or no one single gun that absolutely destroys everything. It is meta. There is meta tendencies, as you say, but there is not like the end of be all.
Again, meta is just. I have come to the realization that meta is just, you don't want to think about the game. You just copy what someone else is doing, and they're giving you solutions to the problem.
Correct, and that gives you like the solution that has the broader amount of answers to the problem.
Just I have this problem. The meta solution is just someone is giving you a solution that it works.
Correct.
That's all. If you can go off meta.
Yeah.
You just have to think for yourself and be more creative.
Yep, I agree with you. I agree. All right, and the second question of this week is: have you guys enjoyed, quote unquote, a really obvious freemium game?
What's a really obvious freemium game?
That you know that is like, as soon as you install it, you know that is freemium.
Like Warframe? Like under our definition of freemium, or
like Warframe?
I mean, like when we installed Warframe, we knew it was free to play. We knew it had microtransactions.
Yeah.
I was aware that it will have things that will push us to spend money.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing about like some of the gacha games that we like.
Yeah, like I play gacha games. I know they have trappings. I know they push me to spend money. I know they dangle shiny things in front of me, so they spend ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah. Do
I invest the money? No. Do I enjoy the games for what they are? Yes, some of them.
Yeah, so the answer is yes, you can enjoy some really obvious premium games if you're aware of it.
More than, it's just, you just set your expectations right.
Yeah, correct.
Kind of
I think that is the thing, right? You have to set your expectations where they should be. You have to know that you gotta spend a lot more time on it, and then you have to find your corner of enjoyment inside that expectation. And if you're expecting, yeah, you're right. If your expectation is set right, you're gonna have a great time.
Yes,
right?
That's what I believe.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. That is the trick. So yeah, we have enjoyed obvious freemium games.
I'm not ashamed.
Not ashamed to play gacha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. We're proud gacha players, knowing what they are.
Yes, you have to be very aware that they are coming for you.
They're coming for your money. Yeah. All right, and that's it for the show.
That's all for this week's episode. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Sweaty the Farmer and the Game Design. My name is Luch, and you can find me on Twitter at Luis G. Polanco.
And I am the London Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the London Gamer and on Twitch on twitch.tv/London Gamer, where I will stream the beginning of season of the last season 15 of Destiny 2. So I streamed this past Tuesday. Because this is coming in the future. I streamed this past Tuesday, and I'll probably be streaming more. So yeah, check me on my social media to know when I'm going live. If you want to hear me talking more, then you hear me here for some reason. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, do everything social, send us hugs, send us nice comments or bad comments. Tell us everything that is in your mind. Are you okay? Are you doing fine? Do you need a hug? We can send you one by email. if you want. What?
By email.
By email if you want. So thanks for coming to the Sweaty the Farmer and the game design. See you next time. Bye. And did you know? That's right. Tuna eats other fish. It's a cannibal fish. They also will eat shellfish, squid, and even eels. But they also eat plankton, kelp, and other vegetable matter in the sea. So are they like omnivorous fish? Do they eat everything? Bluefin tuna can grow to more than 6 feet long and over 500 pounds. That's a big fish. The largest tuna ever caught was in the Atlantic bluefin that weighed 1,496 pounds. How much is that? Is that a person?
That's way more than a person.
That's way more than a person?
A lot.
That's what, 4 persons?
No. Persons usually weigh around no more than 200 pounds or something like that.
Oh, so that's like 8 persons. No, that's like, yeah, like 8 persons.
A lot.
That's a lot of persons.
Tuna are constantly migrating to spawn. Some tagged tuna have been tracked from North America to Europe and back several times a year. They are also camouflaged. Tuna's dark blue and silver white colors help obscure it from predators in dark water.
They're very, very delicious and cool fish, man. If you think about it, they're like stealthy fish, fast fish, cannibal fish. Yeah.
Very tasty.
And tasty fish. Maybe they're tasty because they eat it.
Like pigs.
Yeah, you're right. Are they the pigs of the sea?
I don't know.
Are tuna the pigs of the sea, Lucio?
I don't know.
Have you ever had like fresh tuna? Like straight up a fish?